G'day guys, doing a brew day today, bit of a Weiss, just a generic Weiss sort of recipe. Okay, so we just have 2.2 kilos of wheat and 2.2 kilos of Pilsner. Only one hop addition at 60 minutes of 23 grams of Hallertau. And I'm going to be using the WB06. I believe Stas had some pretty good results with his American wheat, although there's like a Bavarian sort of wheat, so more of a clove, more banana, sorry, and possibly even a tiny bit of bubblegum as well, which is quite natural for the style. So yeah. I'm hoping, everything crossed, that this turns out to be a grain to glass. Last few occasions, yeah, it just hasn't turned out the way I wanted to, sort of thing. So, yeah, in between the mash, I'll show you, what I bought recently, sort of thing. Just to upgrade the brewery and the brewery dealings, and yeah, things to make life a little bit more easy. So, see you in the next part. Alright, so made a couple of purchases recently. This is the latest one, the 29 litre Kegmenter. So with the old trusty bow tie valve or whatever it's called. So it's going to be the Voyage brew with this new system. So I've pretty much set myself up for the next, eternity pretty much, because once you buy a stainless steel fermenter, I think you've pretty much got everything you need. I've got a keg set up, I've got a brew in a bag set up, so there's not too much else that's required for the brewery. But I won't open the lid, but I've got basically the stainless steel float valve, so you can basically connect a gas liquid connect, and take a sample while it's fermenting, just to see how it's travelling, because this setup as it is doesn't have like any sample ports or anything. So obviously fermenting under pressure means the beer can be carbonated, so you don't have to worry about forced carbing as much, I guess, if it's not to your desired carbonation level in a ferment. Then you can obviously carbonate later on. But this is my first brewing under pressure, so I'm pretty much in the deep end at the moment. So pretty pumped to see what can come of the brew. Also comes with a lid with the standard S lock as well. So what else? Sorry. Picked up one of these bad boys too. I've never actually had a growl before, but so it's going to be perfect for camping trips or picnics or whatever. So it's got a pretty good mouth on it, double walled, so it can keep warm or hot and cold liquids in there. So really looking forward to filling that bad boy, that's for sure. Apart from that, what else have I got to show you? Picked up some cam locks. That's obviously not the full version, for my work chiller. Cleaned the work chiller out with what's it called? PBC or whatever it's called, the powerful brewery cleaner. And yeah, I was quite amazed how much hop and other debris was actually in the plates. Little specks within the water that I was recirculating. So basically, filled up the kettle about halfway turned on the pump, recirculated in here, just with some, I think it was like, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 teaspoons. So just recirculated that for about 5 minutes. That loosened everything out, and now that's clean. So that's a good effort. I thought I'd cleaned it, last time with some sodium bicarbonate, but because it's not being soaked, you're pretty much like spraying the bottle inside the plate shell, and it's I don't know, not really effective. So you really need to have that moving PCW or whatever that stuff's called, running through it all the time, so I can just like pick it up and keep it moving. So I rinsed it pretty thoroughly after I did clean it. So yeah, got some cam locks on the pump now. Got some cam locks for the plate chiller, for the tap on the kettle. Yeah, I'm pretty much wrapped with myself now. So I'm not going to say that I'm not going to buy anything, but I've bought everything that I need for the brewery. So very happy with all my purchases lately. Oh, and today I just bought a valve replacement from one of my corner kegs because I think it's got a bit of a leak. So I've got some food grade lubricant as well, just applied some of that, put that upstairs. Got a CO2 refill. Unfortunately that ran out last night, so it's like 3 beers in and I was just getting acquainted on a Friday night, and yeah, no gas. Talk to you later. Right guys, just finished the mash. So I'll give you the particulars. Strike temp was 69.5. By the time I mashed in, it was around 67, so I hit my strike temp, so that was cool. I've taken a note of the dial at the end of the mash, and it turned out to be about 61.5. So lost like 6 degrees, which isn't too bad. I'm not too unhappy about that. Okay, so I've just checked the bricks reading. It's nearly 9. So what's that? 36. Yeah, 36. So yeah, nearly 9. So 36. So a couple of points down there, but I'm not too concerned because it's a 90-minute boil. So should boil off a fair bit of volume in that time. So I'm not too concerned because I should be able to achieve original gravity as per the recipe after the boil. So but 3 points off or 2 points off, whatever it is, that's not a huge issue. Yeah, see you in the next bit. Guys, alright, well that's pretty much the end of the burrito. I've got everything recirculating into the Kegmenter here, so it's coming out a tiny bit warm. Well, that's cooled down a touch now. I don't have a temperature probe on this just yet. That might be the next improvement. Something happened, I don't know why, but there's always something goes wrong with the burrito or whatever. Somehow the timer had stopped at 59 minutes whilst I went upstairs. So I just had to pretty much guess how long I spent upstairs, sort of thing, to take off the time. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, but overall, not too fussed. I'm more more excited about using the Kegmenter actually on its first voyage. So looking forward to brewing under pressure, seeing what results come about, sort of thing. So yeah, but yeah, ultimately saving a bit of water as well. I've got the runoff going into the washing machine, ready for the next batch of washing. Yeah, that's about it. Alright, well next time we'll see, I should have a glass of Bavarian wheat in front of me. Cheers. Okay guys, alright, so we've just done a closed transfer for the Wiesen, the wheat beer. It is, a tiny bit undercarb for the style. A lot of banana notes. It's a pretty full glass, but you can see some like tiny bubbles there. It's extremely undercarb actually. There are a few, tiny bubbles happening. It is carbonated. You probably can't see that, but there is a few tiny bubbles on the side there. But as for the first voyage with the Kegmenter, extremely happy with the end results. Obviously, closed transfer. That probably happened about 20 minutes ago. Had a few minor issues with the hoses with the keg setup. Might just have to upgrade the hoses to the firmer type rather than the plastic stuff. What can I tell you about this beer? Alright, so the original gravity was 1045 or 11.4 bricks. I basically set the PSI at 12 under pressure. That was on the 3rd of the 3rd. 6-day ferment, after a 6-day ferment, got down to 5 bricks. So according to the Beer Smith calculations, the ABV of this beer is about 5.5%. What else can I tell you about the ferment? Used WB06 as the yeast. Really happy with that yeast because it obviously fermented in 6 days. Really fierce, yeast. Really good quality esters. For the style, getting a lot of banana. Maybe a tiny, not so much clove or that bubblegum that I was after, but I read on a forum that someone had brewed WB06 at 23.5 degrees, which is very high in regards to normal ale temperatures as opposed to the 18, 17.5. But it did no harm to this beer at all actually. 23.5 for 6 days. As I said, it is a tiny bit undercarb, but I need to work on my research with that. But very happy with this beer. I really enjoy Bavarian wheats. When Maria and we were there a few years ago in Munich, having a couple of Erdingers or straight off the draft. So certainly a style that I really like. But the Kegmenter certainly lived up to expectations. As I said, really happy with the end result. It's not clear because it shouldn't be, because it's not a crystal Wiesen, but a little bit of glass condensation there. Wow. So if there's anyone out there that does brew under pressure, I'd appreciate any feedback. In regards to maintaining the pressure. I think there might have been possibly a leak with either the gas or the liquid post in the the brewing under pressure lid or something. Because I set it to 20 and then I regulated it down to about 15, and then within a couple of days it was down to 0. So I think there's maybe a minor leak, which I've tightened up everything, so there shouldn't be any leaks from now on. But anyone who wants to explore other options apart from the Kegmenter, apart from the Fermentosaurus, or various other uni tanks. If you've only got like a fermentation fridge with the fridge and the freezer on top, and you don't have that adequate room for a stainless steel uni tank or Fermentosaurus, then the Kegmenter is definitely the way to go. As it turns out, it's almost 1-for-1 fit for my my kettle / brew in a bag tun or mash tun. So I was a little bit hesitant I did measure, you know, twice and all that sort of thing, but I was, you know, crossing everything that was going to fit in my fridge, which it does. So yeah, I mean, as far as a fermenter goes, you know, you can't really go wrong. You've obviously got the standard S-lock that attaches onto the stainless steel lid, the tri-clamp lid. Yeah, but I haven't really taken it to its paces, I don't think. I think it's a pretty standard entry. As I said, it's my first maiden voyage on this system. So, you know, look forward to some feedback, and yeah, hopefully you like the video. So I'll see you in the next one. Alright, cheers, thanks.